So I was actually planning to make this video either in Hindi or Telugu, but then I realized you guys are going to UK. You guys are actually future students, so I think little bit of practice wouldn't hurt much. Namaskaram everyone, I'm Karthik and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about everything that you need to know as a student in UK. So let's begin. So the first thing, university. Well, I have graduated from the University of Birmingham with a master's in food safety, hygiene and management because my major in bachelor's was food technology and management. So University of Birmingham is actually in the top 100 universities of the world. If you see by QS rankings or even top 14 universities in UK, and is also a member of the Russell Group institutions of the University of the United Kingdom, which holds a very high standard of the universities. So my fees was £20,650 for my 1 year course, which was roughly equivalent to, if you compare in Indian rupees, so it costed me around 18 to 19 lakhs just for the fees. In the later section of this video, I will come to the accommodation fees and at the same time what are the general costs of living in Birmingham. Alright people, now coming to the second part, that is very important, accommodation. So where to choose and where to live and what are the real nice places to live around the University of Birmingham or in Birmingham in general. So we'll talk about that. So first of all, if you are joining University of Birmingham, so the nearest, because University of Birmingham has all the accommodations just nearby the university. So it's a kind of a university village, and the one I was living in was Pritchard's Park. And to be honest, I'm an Indian coming from a middle class family. So what would I choose exactly? The most cheapest one, and to be honest, even the cheapest ones are pretty nice. So I tried to be really economical and I found Pritchard's Park to be the cheapest, very near to the university, just a 10 minutes walk from the village. So you have accordingly different other costliest, you could say accommodation areas and everything for rich people, rich folks. So out of the question. So if you're looking for economical in university, Pritchard's Park is the best. And if you do not want the university accommodation, you also have that option. You can choose, you can mention that in that application of yours that you do not want the university accommodation. So you can just shift to the normal ones. And the normal ones, there are a lot of, I could say, student residences around the campus as well. And the most famous one being Selyoke. Keep that in mind, guys, because this is the most happening student living area in Birmingham. There are a lot of continental shops and you have desi shops as well. So you can go and buy some Indian stuff. So Selyoke is the place. You have Aldi, which is the groceries. So you have it's a lot of hustle and bustle going on. So accommodation wise, Selyoke, you can contact any person just by looking even at the internet or any sites. So you can just contact them. And I'll even try to provide some links below in the description so that you can go and look what accommodation areas are the best for you around Selyoke. And if not Selyoke, maybe if you're not getting else, then you also have a little bit towards this Birmingham city center. It tends to be a bit costly, but still, if you have no option, then you can look for that as well. So that is regarding the accommodation. We could say the cost of accommodation in Birmingham is thankfully cheaper than London. Because London is way too costly. So let us say you want to have a single bedroom with shared washroom, with shared toilet. So that would roughly cost you around, let's say I put up some inflated prices according to 2020. So that would be around maybe 320 or 300 to 320. I am talking in respect to all the bills included. So the bills would be electricity bills, your you could say water bills, and you have council tax and all these other things. They are all included in the bill. So outside the university, an economical single bedroom costs around 300 to 320 pounds, or even a bit less, depending on how economical you want to go. So if you want a double bedroom, so which is like a little big with a little big bed, and to be noted, guys, this is all for one person. Even if you take a single bedroom or a double bedroom, only one person occupancy is allowed. You cannot actually have more of them. I am talking this for an economical, let's say, because I am naturally assuming that students who are going abroad, many of them, majority of them, not generalizing, majority of them want economical. They want to sustain on an economical budget. It's totally fair. It's understandable. So if you really want luxury and you want to, like udao some paisa, then you obviously have a lot of other ranges. Yeah, that's detail about the accommodation. Now, right people, the third and you could say kind of exciting one that we'll be discussing is part-time jobs. Definitely, you guys have must seen in the movies and even heard from your friends who are already studying abroad that part-time jobs kind of makes you financially very independent, and you could say not worry much about how much big amount of money you are spending abroad. So let's focus to that. How do you get part-time jobs? Especially, let's say I'm talking about Birmingham, but this can be generalized to the rest of UK as well. So part-time jobs, especially if you want to look in bigger cities. So let me be honest, guys, part-time jobs, finding them is really easy in bigger cities. If you go to, like, let's say Birmingham, London, Manchester, all the other big cities, metropolitan cities, you tend to have a lot of part-time jobs. But if you're living in a university or you're studying at a place where it is actually secluded from the regular big metropolitan cities, it tends to be tough. And even though you might not be having regular hours, you might not be having, you say, good pay or something like that. So it tends to happen like that in smaller towns or smaller places where your universities. So according to your student visa, you have 20 hours of working capacity. So that is the limit that the government has given to you, that you can work for 20 hours a week. So that's roughly 80 hours a month. You can work for unlimited number of hours when there are holidays or when it is not the term time. So it is also mentioned in your visa card, or you could say in your visa. So let's say it's Easter, one of the famous holidays in UK, or let's say it's a Christmas time or Easter, or you could say summer vacation. You also focus if you are a master's student, and if you are in the summertime, then also you cannot work more than 20 hours, because you don't have summertime, because yours is only 1 year masters, so you don't have summertime. And even then you will be in the dissertation period, and obviously I would recommend not to, because you're not legally entitled to work more than 20 hours in the summertime, because masters includes the summertime as a dissertation period. So I guess that's clear. Okay, about the pay of the part-time jobs. So the national minimum wage is around 7.93 pound per hour. The age range of 21 to 25. So here I'm naturally assuming that you people, those who are coming to the university, would be in that range. So that's 7.93 for 21, 25 years old, and a little less than for the people below 21, and it will be more than 8.21, or let's say more than that for people above 25. So that's the case. 20 hours a week, and let's say 7.93, or you could say 8. So you can roughly around earn 160 pounds a week. This can actually change, but I'm just giving an example. So 160 pounds a week, and trust me guys, with this amount, everything, if you are living economically, conditional, if you're living economically, you can literally manage everything with this money. At the same time, part-time jobs are not just for money, it also adds to your CV, because for the future employees who may want to hire you or stuff, they might be looking at has he put in any effort, or let's say to adjust to the local environment, work somewhere and gain some experience. So part-time does have some value. I won't say large extent, little bit. So any just you guys to do it. Just don't push the limits. 20 hours a week, perfect. All right, the fourth aspect, commuting or traveling. How do you travel as a student economically? Because to be honest, guys, traveling on, let's say, public transport is actually very expensive as compared to India in UK. So pre-plan everything accordingly so that you don't blast up your expenses just on traveling. So I will just give you a small, I could say, information for that, which might help you very much. So everywhere you go, anywhere across UK, just as soon as you go anywhere, like let's say whatever university it is, anywhere across UK, just take up two cards. Two cards are very important. So one is the rail card, okay, and you have a discount for the rail. Put in the link in the description, you can look at it. So one is a rail card, which gives you access and discounts to the entire rail network across UK. So second is the national coach card. So unlike India, they don't call buses as buses, typical English. So they actually call it a coach. So its coach is nothing but a bus, and it's a kind of a something like Haryana Roadways, so stuff like that, much more sophisticated manner. So something like that. So pretty economical. I've traveled a lot with this, and it has saved me hundreds of pounds. To be honest, the bus is more cheaper than the train. So you could just take the bus, and I used to do that a lot because it's a small country and it doesn't take a lot of time to even go by train. So I used to take a bus from Birmingham to London Heathrow, Gatwick, Luton, any airport, and just travel through that. So you get a per ticket every time you get discounts of at least 3 to 4 pounds, which will be a real good saving if you travel a lot. So that is important for commuting. And a unique thing, University of Birmingham is one of the only university in UK which has its own railway station. Silver lining. Girls, you need to pay some attention here. Shopping. So for all the shopaholics, how do you want to shop in UK, and what are the options that you have? Or let's say if you are really rich, what are the costly options that you have in UK and in Birmingham? So let's discuss about that. So first, the discounted market of UK is Primark. Everybody knows it. You guys might be knowing it living in India. Primark is the most cheapest and you could say most reputed brand all across UK, and its products are actually good. Even I've taken a few of them, and they are pretty good. Just for like increase up your spending and stuff. Then you have H&M and all the other expensive like clothing stores everywhere across you have in the world. So from the University of Birmingham, you go to the city center, which is just 2 stops away. Takes around 15 minutes from the university station, then to the city center. So you just go in there, and the city center is a big area, so you can just go in and do all the shopping, which is city center is also known as the Bullring Mall. So the Bullring is quite big actually. If you really want to spend some time, a lot of time, just going there, plenty of shopping to do, plenty of other things to do. So quick information to you people about the most dreaded thing and the most, you could say, scary thing in UK, which Indians like me do find it out. Weather. Shit weather. No offense to Britishers, please, but your weather is absolutely shit. Like, man, it's cloudy more than 320 or 330 days a year. I might be statistically wrong, but alas, the last aspect, and let's say my most favorite one, traveling. Well, I definitely have. Like, I love traveling like anything, man. So I actually made the best out of my time when I was studying as a student, because you actually have discounts. At the same time, everybody's supportive for the students to travel here and there, because they actually want you to see the country, Europe, all the other stuff. So let me tell you about traveling across UK or Europe when you are as a student. So cheapest one tends to be with the car, with the rental car. You guys would not imagine, for 2 times, fun. I went to Scotland all the way from Birmingham. So that was around, we did a 3 day, 4 day trip covering around 1700 kilometers. Yes, you heard that right. 4 days, 1700 kilometers. The best road trip ever in my life. So, and we took a Mercedes C Class, top model. Say in India, if you have to take that kind of a car, would have like blasted our expenses like anything. But in UK, they are, you could say, very economical. I won't say very cheap. All right, people. I hope this was extensive enough, and thanks a lot for spending your precious time looking at my face for the past all these minutes. So I hope you like this video, and whatever I have said would be very relevant to you, and I hope this will help you, and would definitely love to hear what you have to say about this video. So just let's say put the like, and also you can subscribe, and you can leave a comment below. I will try to respond as much as I can. So have a good day, and if you are planning to go to UK soon, I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And I want to wish you a happy advanced Dusshera and Diwali to all of you folks. May these festivals bring a lot of happiness to you and your families. See ya.